You are a good boy.
Pleasure to see you, Eivor.
Come to me. I want to see the Alliance map. Hamtunscire, the last Saxon stronghold.
And very heavily guarded. King Alfred is preparing for war. You will meet tremendous resistance.
As will Alfred. Is Guthrum Jarl there with his army?
He is. He and Ubba have gathered a sizable force and intend on launching an attack on Alfred soon. If we support their assault, England will fall to us. A pagan land where a multitude of gods may freely roam.
I will go to Hamtunscire and speak with Guthrum. Send word to our allies to gather in the Thames just outside the Shire.
I will. May the gods share in this, our final victory.
What is it?
Eivor, you must not go. You must not. The signs, the portents, they shout and wail. Your leaving will be our doom. I have thrown the bones. I have stirred the offal of beasts. And in the rising steam, I saw the end of it all. Though this battle you may win, this war you will not. Your foe will be your master. Your hope will be your grief. This is fate. Our fate.
I thank you for this, Valka. But the yarns of fate are too frayed for me to follow now. I owe this fight to my friends and allies, and I will see it through.
Go then, with great care. But know that the home you leave will not be the home to which you return.
Eivor, you come at Guthrum's call. It is good to see you.
And you, Soma. There's an uneasy peace here. Both armies with their hackles up. Was blood spilled?
No, we took Wareham without resistance. These Saxons accompany their lord as we stand beside Guthrum.
So this fort is not the sum of his ambitions. Guthrum's plan is to bring the Saxons to the table.
If he can win the peace without a fight, he will do so.
And how likely is that?
Just now they sit on their thumbs in the church, talking in circles. Come, I will take you to him.
Who's Guthrum meeting here? Is it Alfred?
That's right.
Alfred speaks with Loki's tongue.
Guthrum is not a babe at teat, Eivor.
Nor is Alfred. If he has come, it is for his own advantage.
Then give us counsel. Stand by Guthrum, show our strength. The King of Hayseeds will soon be humbled, trust me.
We took this town as if it were a straw hall. Do not challenge me, Elf King.
Your show of swagger and strength has my attention, Guthrum. But we agreed on terms. What more do you want?
The crown of Wessex.
Wessex has a king, and that king has the backing of the Almighty. Yours is a fever dream, Dane.
Guthrum does not negotiate with oathbreakers. Men whose words are only shadows of their thoughts.
Ah, Eivor. Our blunted tool returns, Lord.
I have given you all I care to. A Danegeld to leave Wareham. You swore an oath upon the cross, and that pagan hammer.
And when you scurry back to whatever shit-soaked hovel you crawled from, we will release your men.
Speak again, handmaid, and I will feed your tongue to Eivor's raven.
A fair trade. We already have your cock.
Are we done with this pissing contest? If Guthrum has given you his word, then he will honor it. We will leave this town.
You have 1 day. Do not test the king's patience further, or our men will return to Wareham with force.
And if you doubt my conviction, know that the Avon River near Uffentune runs red with the blood of your countrymen. Their commander, what did his men cry as he fell? Ula? Uba? Yes, that was it. Remember, you have taken my silver. In return, I expect your honor. I will await news of your retreat in Chippenham.
Uber dead? It cannot be. Gods, I will tear that Saxon skin from his bones if this is true!
Alfred hisses with a snake tongue, but he gains nothing from this lie.
When news of this spreads through the camp, no Saxon will survive the day.
You swore upon the cross.
Oh, I have no intention of cowing to that milk sack. Now more than ever, I will take his throne and his head!
In Winchester, Alfred used me as a tool and cast me aside. So let the betrayer be betrayed. We'll burn this village to the ground. After that, we take care of Alfred. Burn Wareham to the ground! Make it a Saxon pyre!
Payment for those warriors they have sent to Valhalla!
I'll stage your welcome.
For Uber!
Fire and flame! Burn it all!
For Uber! Every great Norse you send to Valhalla, I'll send 10 to your hell!
You won't burn Wareham, scum!
Oh, God!
Their prayers go unanswered this day. We should find Soma.
Stand firm, all! Do not lose your nerve!
This place is routed, Soma.
Good work. We leave now. There are forest ruins just east of here, along the road. Come on, men! Move!
Now! Saxons ahead! Time to die! Press hard! Run! I'll kill you!
His blood soaks your soil!
Keep the dog chasing its tail.
Go battle!
My thanks, Eivor.
Every soul we meet sent to their guard! Let us keep moving! This spills here! We have this! I'll have your head!
Cut down, stragglers!
The ruins are close! Keep moving!
Stop and die! Blindside, idiot!
You choose death?
We can rest here a moment. Now, tell me what you know of that breaker of rings. Weak and wretched troll.
Alfred is a wily fox. He appears frail, but draws upon an inner strength. He will not be easy to oust.
Fury will fuel my army and my claim.
It will not be enough. You must find a weakness.
Yes, that is why I called you here. Do you balk at the opportunity to bury the Saxon king?
I must first hear a plan to balk at.
Alfred spoke of Chippenham, a squat hovel of sheep and peasants.
So why does he go there, and not to Winchester? Your scouts must know. They're the best in England.
A holiday feast, their Saxon Christ Mass. Alfred will warm his heels by the fire, while Ubba lies cold in an English field.
I have called upon my allies to join us in this fight, but I must know where to send them. Is Chippenham our final prize?
It is. But I will need my men for the coming fight as well. The hostages Alfred took. If there is a chance to save them.
We will not lose more friends today. Where are they held?
A place further ahead through this forest. They call it Hampton Blockade.
Soma, ride north to the Thames and lead my allies south. They should be gathered by now.
I will.
Gather on the river passing Chippenham. The rest of you set up camp there. I called you Raven Feeder once. At Porchester, you were as hot-headed as Thor. You have become a true leader, Eivor.
There's much to come, Guthrum, before we can rest with mead in our hands and songs in our ears.
I will crush Alfred's skull with my bare hands if Ubba is dead.
We cannot dwell on this, even if it's true. If you want the throne, only strategy will deliver it.
Or bloody wrath will steal it. I will follow this Alfred, hound his heels. Revenge burns within me.
A wise man once told me, we do not dash ourselves against hopeless courses. We arrive unexpected, strike swift.
You turn my words against me now, Wolf-Kissed.
I took them too hard in my darkest times, my friend.
And Sigurd? He is back with you?
My brother's story is a long one, and for another time. Ridding the land of a strong ruler will make Wessex harder to tame.
You almost sound like you respect him, Eivor.
I've come to understand the trials of leadership, Guthrum. It is hard not to, when you cradle something as fragile as life within your hands. What do you see, Sunan?
There. This is the blockade. The hostages must be in these buildings. What is your plan?
We can tread quietly so as not to alert the guards. But I can raid this place in moments with my crew.
I will follow your lead.
Best not to draw attention here.
I had to hand them over. Alfred demanded it.
We'll save them, Guthrum. Stay calm. Can you see your men?
No, but we must keep looking. Do you think he kept his word? He swore he would not kill them.
I cannot say for certain.
Hey!
Just hoping. Enough skulking!
These Saxons do not deserve compassion. These Saxons do not deserve compassion. I will wash my blade in their blood. There.
I told you this would not leave us here.
Some of your men.
I cannot thank you enough.
Go to the camp near Chippenham. Find your countrymen there.
Good. We'll pay back the Saxons for the insults they heaped on us.
There is a camp set up north by Chippenham. Go there.
As long as I can cut some Saxons down, I don't care where we face them.
Are you Guthrum's men?
Aye. Free us and we will fight by your side.
You are a good friend to me. Thank you.
Every Saxon who spat at me will die.
You will have your chance, but don't be foolhardy. Let your steps take you far from here to a camp near Chippenham.
Thank you, Eivor. You did a great deed here. Their families will raise a cup to you.
I need no thanks, Guthrum. Let us speak more when we are safely away. We're safe here. Let us speak, Guthrum. You should join your people at the camp. Even a surprise takes preparation.
Your bravery, your leadership, Eivor. You wear it well. You have grown much since last we spoke.
You judged me fairly, Guthrum. Harsh though your words were. But I do not make the same mistake twice.
How is your brother, Sigurd?
He lives, a changed man. But he is free of full case torment. That at least was a deed well done.
Will this all be worth it in the end? Everything we have done? Everything we have sacrificed to win this land? Sometimes I dream of soothed black furrowed earth. And blood seeping from seedlings, poisoning our future.
We must believe our way of life will survive. Our fates are woven, but our deeds forge our destiny.
And so to our final battle. We will wait for you at the camp.
Of Hamtunscire. I fear the worst, but I must know. Gidrich. After Rochester, I was not sure you would come again.
I've chosen my side. It would sooner bet a hog than allow Alfred to pillage the land of love.
Guthrum will trample Alfred's ambitions like weeds in the dirt. Mercia might rise further yet.
Perhaps I shall one day sit upon the throne of all England. King Gidrich the drunken ass.
I'll raise a cup to that.
You soft-cheeked Anglo boys. Have you brought your mothers with you?
My mother is worth 10 of your men.
I do not doubt it. I have seen those strong Saxon hens clucking round the hearth as you farmers play with your cocks.
Ha! And she'd welcome you in Colchester Villy. Better than those sour-lipped thanes who haunt our hall.
Look, you Saxon bedwetters. Here is a real warrior.
Billy, what tales are you weaving for these surf-down Saxons? Do not make me regret supporting your Jarldom.
Eivor, you know I will take your childhood scrapes and secrets to the pyre.
Good. I would hate for something to happen to you in the coming fight.
Ha! Such fiendish ribaldry between you two. You laugh in the face of fear, tweak old man Death's beard.
I will do my mother and my lord proud today, Eivor. The Lord knows I have not been the best of sons.
Good to see your spirits high. Fight well, my friends, and we'll feast together in victory. Tafter, it is good to see you.
I gave you my word. Besides, Alfred's faith is strict and he has no love for pagans.
You have changed much from that guard-whipped boy. That is good to see.
I was always him, but my faith was like a veil. I am glad you helped me lift it.
And now another education. You'll see how we Norse bands fight.
I am all aquiver with anticipation.
We all... There you are, Raven.
Lufina, my old friend. And I see you have convinced your husband to stumble southwards.
couldn't let her carve all the glory for herself. Ljuvina was just boasting of her heroics in Sussex.
She took the fort single-handed, while the rest of us sat back and sipped mead. You should have seen her.
I have come to make sure my warrior wife's enthusiasm for battle does not get her slaughtered.
Have you ever met a woman less in need of a guardian than me, Eivor?
You will have one nonetheless.
We owe Eivor a lot, my love.
I know. This last affray, I hope the debt will be cleared. I long to return home to our own warm hearth.
Finir, stand tall. A light heart lifts all those around them.
Ah, Eivor! Who would not be joyous, raving at your side?
And how do you feel about bringing sorrow to the Saxons on their holy day?
It darkens my mood. I have learned some of the Christ Lord's teachings. He preaches peace where our gods delight in battle.
Let their delights be ours, then. We have many battles to wage before the end.
And I will be beside you for them all. My axe ready and my heart stout.
Deolav, you have come again at my call.
I have, but this does not sit well with me, Eivor. This is a Christian feast, and the people here are not soldiers.
I come only for Alfred.
Innocents will die for your ambitions. I am your ally now, but after this, I must turn back to Mercia. I have much to repent.
So long as I do not lose your friendship, your oath will be fulfilled.
Eivor! It's good to see you.
Erke and Stowe. I released you from your debt, and yet you came.
London is quiet enough, and Stowe here felt the sharp stab of conscience.
Could not let you down, Eivor. That's not what an honorable man does. So here I am, despite my reservations.
And you, Broder. I did not think you would be here either.
I have seen to my brother. Sent him to Valhalla with grave goods. I am done with sorrow, Eivor. Now I am bloody angry.
What's wrong with you? She can't keep the best men on for herself. No, it is not fair.
Do you believe the Saxon lord? Is Uba really dead?
Aye. A few survivors found their way to us. The great man is gone. The last vestiges of Ragnar's legacy begin to fade.
We have lost many firebloods. This land has sapped our strength. There will be too few of us to settle when we are done.
Eivor, you made it unscathed.
They came from all over England.
I never thought it possible, Eivor, that you would rally Saxons and Norse under your black-feathered banner.
They see the tyranny of this elf king. He would crush them all under heel and plug their hearts with his god.
So what is the plan, Eivor?
When is their feast day?
A few nights from now, but their revelry has already begun. We should attack now.
That is unwise. Soldiers pace the paths of the village.
Then the night of the feast, under cover of darkness. That is when we will strike.
Uba will not have died in vain.
We await your instructions, Eivor.
Let us plan our approach. But whatever happens, Alfred is mine.
They are not expecting us. We should not meet much resistance on the way.
Then quietly through the fields. It will already be too late once they see us.
Your young Saxons can be our eyes to the west. Better to keep their soft hands away from the conflict.
My scouts reported that a few nobles have arrived for the festivities already.
Good. If we capture the Thanes, there will be no danger when I confront Alfred.
And we could persuade them to support a new king of Wessex. I will subdue the lords.
Take Deolaf and Tefta with you. They could prove useful in convincing the Thanes. Rodin, take Etki and Stowe and capture the garrison. Make quick work of any Saxons that dare cross into the village.
Gladly, Eivor.
We each know our parts. May they blunt their swords against our might. Tonight, Wessex's last resistance will crumble.
I follow you, Eivor.
And I.
Be ravening wolves and croaking ravens. Stand firm, your axe arms strong, and together, we will win this final battle. And remember, Alfred is mine. Soma, with me. Everyone else, go quickly to the village. Advance! Be on the lookout for any stray guards. Lufina, Kjor, keep a strong flank. Get to the village and wait for my signal. Survey the area, Sunan. Let's smoke the rat out of his guard's house. Must be blocked from the other side. Alfred! Face me, and I will spare the last of Wessex my torch!
Did you think my king would turn his back on you, Eivor? When your knife is smeared with the blood of wearer?
Stand aside, Goodwin. I come for Alfred.
Alfred is long gone. And this good Christian feast, a cup of honey wine, to trap some wasps.
Where is he?
Calling his allies to his side. All those who wish to see Wessex under one god. You cannot win England with your sorry crew of deluded farmers and godless fools.
At least I wouldn't leave them to die as I scurried through the corn husks like a rat.
You have no understanding of duty, the loyalty I freely give. His plan for England, for the world, is worth the cost of my life.
Then sing your tuneless hymns.
Come, Raven Feeder. Do your worst.
I have no fear of death, for this battle is only the beginning.
Only darkness will come to claim you.
Saints alive!
You are beaten, Goodwin.
Beaten? No, not so. By my death, my lord may live.
Alfred used you, fool. He threw you in my path. For what? He only delays what is inevitable.
Kill me then. It makes no odds. For here you stand, bloody and breathless, no closer to my king, no closer to his throne. This island will never be your home, Eivor. You will not subdue her with vicious force, or win her with cocksure words. We Saxons will always stand firm, shoulder by shoulder against thieves and tyrants, whose envious eyes fall upon England.
If I must strike down all of England to subdue her, let it begin with you.
O Lord, into your hands I commit my spirit.
Men of Wessex! They came from every house and hovel!
Soma! Fall back!
For glory!
Soma! No!
The Lord is my strength.
What?
Try to break!
Wait till who gets the kill? You refuse to throw.
Die!
Much more like it.
Strike with all!
Did you see Alfred?
No. The Saxon boys were ambushed. One lays wounded.
Hold these men back! I'll find them.
They will not better us.
Hunwald! Come, get up! This is no time for weep wailing!
I cannot. And there is a blackness closing in around my eyes.
Hunwald, listen to me. You survived the Battle of Bottleston. Do not let this scratch best you now.
I'm so cold. Has winter come so soon?
You will warm yourself with mead and dancing yet, my friend.
Perhaps not, Eivor. It may be I will sit beside my father soon. Will he be proud of me?
He will pull you to his breast. Sob bright words of welcome and Until you no man ever had a worthier son.
I am glad to have known you, Eivor. My truest.
I should check on Guthrum at the feast hall.
We watch it!
Rhoda, what can I do?
Eivor! The garrison has more defenders than we hoped! Men are being slaughtered!
I'll find a way to open the gates from the inside.
Hurry! Horsemen are hell sent!
Guthrum, I need you fighting with the rest.
These men will not... On you! Shit! It's caught alight! We bring Christ's mercy! You're close to me!
Remain steadfast.
Together, lad! Dead! Hey, strike with me! Hey! So be it. Where's he?
Did you see Alfred?
No. The Saxon boys were ambushed. One day's wounded.
Hold these men back. I'll find them.
Go away!
Give better us.
God grant me strength!
Gunwald! Come, get up! This is no time for weep wailing!
I cannot. And there is a blackness closing in around my eyes. It frightens me.
Forgive me, Humwald.
I should check on Guthrum at the feast hall. Rhoda, what can I do?
Eivor, the garrison has more defenders than we hoped. The men are being slaughtered.
I will find a way to open the gates from the inside.
Hurry! These waves of reinforcements are hell-sent. Oh, time has come for you. Come, brothers. Let's end this. Shit! Shit!
Watch my lead.
God damn you! Christ is surely with us. Keep the rat busy. With me! Watch for my lead. Won't take long.
I'll have you. That is most of them. Make sure the garrison stays under our control. I need to help the others.
Put you on a pike! Suffer! Don't let us lose.
Check.
I'll kill you.
Watch my lead.
Die!
Hello, introvert. I'm sorry for the late respawn.
Feast hall. Guthrum! I need you fighting with the rest!
These men will not surrender!
Can't. Need to get on the other side. I will fight!
Capture the tent.
I will find a way in!
How do I enter? Ini. Enggak sih. Beda.
Protect the Thanes at all costs!
Unholy interruption! Leave me be! I'm no threat to you!
They're weakened! Let us finish this!
These Danes defy our lord and king! You will not rout us, interlopers! Not on this Christ Mass! This feast will end in blood! Stand true! God protects us on his day of feasts!
That's enough!
The last of the Saxons are fleeing! The battle is won! That's it! They're fleeing!
Geng sound. Oke, aman.
They are routed! The city is ours! Wessex will follow!
Good from Jarl. We are not without losses. Some of them grave.
Their king is fled! His patsy struck down! Defeat rings loud in their ears, and I will be their lord before the spring is here!
Guthrum, hear me! Soma is... she's gone.
Soma? Dead? She has gone to the endless feast, and is the better for it.
Many fought for us and died. They deserve peace.
Are you ready to honor them?
I must speak to those still living. It is done, Brodir. You fought well.
I saw him, Eivor. In my darkest moment, Brodir stood beside me. And all was as it used to be. And then the battle ended. I feel him no longer.
There will be other battles.
Aye. And there you'll find me, Eivor. In amongst the blood and death. Brodir at my shoulder. Until the Valkyries claim me.
You have given me more than I would ever have asked for. How will I repay it?
Keep him in your thoughts. For when a man is mourned, his deeds cheered and his songs sung, he cannot die.
Erki, you wear a furrowed brow.
Stowe is taking matters hard. You know how sensitive he is.
A man of faith and stout morals. Small wonder he is tormented.
His support for you has taxed him hard. I will take him back to London. Maybe he will find some comfort there.
You are his comfort, Erke. Not the city you watch. He is in good hands. Do you think there will come a day when winning will not be enough?
Well, you can always fight with me if you want to taste crushing and loin-soiling defeat.
My very presence would make that impossible.
Enjoy this victory, Eivor, wherever it brings you. Only a coward thinks he'll live forever.
My thanks, Stowe. You came to my aid when you were free to turn away.
And still it breaks my heart to look upon what we've done today. Was it the right choice? I do not know. But it is done now.
If Alfred had his way, there would never be friendship between Norse and Saxon. You fought for peace. Be proud of that.
I wish I could. And in time, perhaps I will.
You're not injured, Tefta.
Bruises, that is all. I've taken the Lord into my heart, and he watched over my sorry bones. Those who fell sit beside him now.
And what of my heathen friends?
I used to believe in damnation for all who turned from his light. But there is a wondrous communion in friendship honored.
Even though your godson preaches peace.
And we shall do that, Christians and pagans, side by side. Never persecuted.
Your Christ would smile at that, I think.
Your Freya would too.
Lufina. Gods, I did not know. Is he?
Hush. What good can words do, Eivor? Keep to silence. He is gone. For what days I was given to spend with you. For each breath that carried your sweet whispers, I give thanks. No more. Your fingers in my hair. No more your arms around my waist. The days will be cold hereafter. All color dimmed. Goodbye, my only. My heart ends with you. What is left will go on.
Your first battle, Ellerich. You fought well and with honor.
Is this the glory you deign seek? You can keep it. I saw Hunwald die. The light dim in his eyes. That could have been me.
You will never be the same. But you will be stronger for it.
I have wasted so much time in pouting like a child. No more, Eivor. No more.
My heart is heavy.
Many fought for us and died. They deserve peace.
Are you ready to honor them?
Yes. There's nothing more to say.
Time to send our friends to their great reward. Will you do the honors?
Nothing awaits them. They lived, they died. And now their bodies will burn to cinders. Their saga ends here.
Well, do not share that with them.
Victory is ours. But it came at a great cost. Soma Jarlskona, who stood at Guthrum's right hand. She will live on in our memories, from now to the end of days. And to Hjor, warrior, husband, and a friend, he made the ultimate sacrifice. I here repay it. And to Hunwald, whose kind heart has now led him to his father's side, may his God welcome him with open arms. Let us send them on their way. All our beloved dead, our fallen warriors, and speed them to their end. Guthrum.
When the Reeve died, did he take comfort in knowing he would soon see his god?
He was strangely peaceful in the end, as if death meant nothing.
We stumble through our years, ravenous, grasping, spilling blood, stealing gold, and it is never enough. This life is never enough. Would it not soothe you to know there is something beyond all this? Not war and valor, but quiet and peace?
I think the afterlife men hope for is only a reflection of their regret in this life. All I wish for now is to live among the friends I've made. That is what counts.
Alfred made me swear fealty upon the cross of their god's son. He held such faith in it, a plain, unadorned thing. It burned between my fingers, as if I had pulled it from the fire. A feeling strange and powerful, but gone in an instant. I have not felt its like before.
What will you do now?
Whatever I must do. England is my final home, Eivor. And I will do what it takes to remain.
I should return to Swanborough and tell her of Hunwald's fate. Better the news comes from me than a stranger.
Hello, Eivor.
You hear that? Thor's testicles! What is happening over there? Eivor?
Swanborough,
No. Gods, no. Don't say it, please, Eivor. Don't say it.
I am sorry.
Oh! My own one. No! My poor swan! Oh, gods!
I know words are poor salve for a wounded heart. I will leave you to mourn, and know that we are here for you, always, should you need us.
No good can come of this. What has gotten into them? Hey, Eivor!
Eivor! There you are. I have something for you. A message. Quite strange.
Good day, my love.
Hamtunscire has fallen, and with it the kingdom of Wessex. But the cost was great. Maybe too great for all we gained.
Rest then. You have earned it.
On the backs of so many. Time will tell if it was worth it. Should we take this to your chamber?
No need.
Something for me. What is it?
A letter requesting your presence in the southwest, a village called Athelney.
Nothing strange about a summons for me, is there?
It is not the recipient I find strange. It is the sender. The letter is signed a poor fellow soldier of Christ.
Ah, our mysterious partner.
For a short time, I hoped it might be Basim feeding us the names of these targets. He seemed the most likely man, for a time.
Only one way to discover the truth. Thank you, Hytham. I will take care of this.
A letter from the poor fellow soldier of Christ, Eivor of the Raven Clan of Mercia. The order of ancient is all but destroyed, and your good works in England are all but complete. One heathen yet remains, the grand magister of this contemptible order. Should you wish to finish your work, come to Athelney in the northwest of Hamtunscire, and we will discuss the means by which you may find this last elusive target. Blessing upon you. Akhirnya. Anjir jauh banget, Cuk.
Go!
All right there?
Yes, hello. I do not mean to intrude, but I am looking for someone.
And who would that be then?
I do not know exactly.
Well, that'd be why you ain't found him. But you're free to pass the time just here if you like.
Thank you.
These are soul cakes, love. Do you know soul cakes?
I do. I enjoy them.
They're small things, size of a lumpy fist, so they'll bake fast. Keep your eyes sharp.
And the butter, do I baste them?
No need, love. We'll leave the butter for mealtime.
I look forward to it.
Right then. I'll leave you to this. If you need me, I'll be doing the washing up next door.
Quite a step down from your former work, Lord.
As their guest, I volunteer to help with the daily chores. They offer me a bed. I tend the cakes.
Do they not feel strange giving orders to their king? Or do they know?
That knowledge would benefit no one.
I read your message. You went through a great deal of trouble to obscure yourself as this poor soldier of Christ. As I remember, you even sent yourself one of these letters in Winchester. A clever touch.
The Order wanted me dead. I had to be careful.
You said you knew nothing about the Order then. Pled ignorance. But you knew everything. Their names, their schemes.
Would you join me for a walk? You look well, Eivor.
I am. Wars have ended, and my settlement thrives.
The wars have not ended. You have simply stopped fighting. But men are brewing plots in mead halls and bedrooms. You will see.
And how are you, Alfred? Getting used to the idea of being unremarkable?
I am well. Better than I expected. In this exile, I have found a somewhat nourishing peace. Each morning, I am awakened by the sun and growling cormorants. I bathe in the chilly water of the marsh. I eat from shrubs and drink from buckets. It is a good life. Simple. Blessed. I've never been so far west. I find it quite peaceful here. Calming.
I have traveled a long way to hear one name, Alfred. Who is the Order's Grand Magister?
Tell your shadowy friends that England is swept clean. Your work is done.
You?
Grand Magister was not a title I desired. It passed to me on the death of my brother. From my father before him. Defilers of God's majesty and grandeur. I was their master, and I loathed them. With Goodwin, I set a plan in motion to destroy the Order from within. But my troubles with the Danes delayed that plan.
But your trouble with this Dane was what led to their demise.
You are Norse, are you not?
You have a good ear.
I owe you my thanks, Eivor. For that, I give you this. The key to my study. That you may better understand the good you have done. With the Order all but destroyed, you have made room for a greater idea. One to take its place. A universal divine order, inspired by God for the betterment of man.
With a poor fellow soldier at its head.
You have saved England, whether or not that was your intent. Now let England save you.
England is no more, Lord. You are the last of her kings, and yet you have no kingdom.
Look around you. God's works are wondrous. They cannot be ignored, nor resisted. In time, all those who accept God will flourish, and all those who defy him will fall away. Should you remain in England, you too will one day be her subject.
Oh, bloody crumbs! The cakes are burnt! Where is that man? Young man, where have you gone?
Damn. That may have earned me a night of washing linens. I do not know if we shall meet again, Eivor. God willing we will. As one lord to another, perhaps. I'm coming, my lady. I'm here.
Alfred gave me a key to unlock his study. Somewhere in Winchester.
Oh dear, oh. Dear, look at them little balls of soot.
Good lady, forgive me. I was lost in thought.
No matter, just let him cool and we'll begin again.
Direct me and I will obey.
I'm nearing the Avon River at Hamtunscire. This was where Alfred said the battle with Ubba took place.
Meet your fate! Nothing can stop
Can't drive a dead knight!
Give up, you shit!
Sitte och rocke!
Miras är det sista ena fram! Chete! Flyot! Reverend!
Irnat von Levum! Nu!
Drunke storm mit Valvon!
Irnat von Levum! Flew!
Agnus Dei, Contiteriat in multis super frontis.
Kuma! Sulon God!
Help! I should talk to Hytham about my next targets.
Singulus vivis.
Mitä liitse Iver stinka isät flit?
Itchquath Fairfaxlund, another.
This is it, Alfred's study. What secrets has he kept hidden away?
Alukin's letter to Charlemagne. Holy David, an urgent word from your Flaccus. When last we spoke, I warned you of a road that I feared was eating at the healthy, still young flesh of our holy church. Today I am more convinced than ever that something drastic must be done. I have lately confirmed that there exists a group of men and women within our church who belong to a parasitic order of heathens, men and women who wish for nothing less than the perversions of our God's words as lies upon a loyal hound. They scurry about unseen, using our reserves for purposes in opposition to our Savior's plan. In the past year, I have gleaned that what I could about the belief of these vile usurpers, who call themselves the Order of the Ancients. Here are but a few of their disturbing ideas. They believe that mankind was created not by the Lord God, but by lesser and imperfect God variously called Izu, Archons, or Nephilims. In their various unholy texts, in this way they follow the unholy heresies of the Gnostic sect that flourished in the year before the Nicene Creed. They refuse the message of the Christ and his redemptive act of sacrifice. They disbelieve in sin and salvation, and seek only knowledge and power, which they believe will free their spirit in the final days. They believe mankind is a lesser form of life, imperfect in the shadow of these lesser gods, and that is mankind's sole duty is to aspire to the example of these lesser gods. Their obsession with these ancient ones has led them to make a fetish of diabolical artifacts, which they believe will give them power and righteous cause over their fellow men. These devil's tools I have not seen for myself, but I have observed their effect on a few. Most blasphemous of their belief is perhaps this: they believe many of these lesser gods still walk the earth or may return one day in resurrected form. Some they believe are continuously reborn. This they call sage. Others seem to appear once only and never again. Whether they believe the Lord Jesus Christ to be such a one, I have yet to determine, but their literature is full of reference to such beings. All this I know to be true. In light of this gathering darkness, I urge swift and violent action, my lord, for the reach of this order is vast and their power insidious. Be thou a soldier of for our Christ, only a sustained campaign for a reduction will end their advances. Heed my words with a care and wisdom, noble Charlemagne, and may the Lord God guard thee, exalt thee, and make thee enter the glory of his blaze and everlasting vision, your faithful servant, Alcuin Erwin ten May. 804 Anno Domini. Alfred commentaries. I awoke this morning thinking on Alcuin found a letter to Charlemagne written in fear that the order had corrupted all but his master. Then, dead a week later, did Charlemagne know? Had the order corrupted him as well? Did he order the holy man's death? Or did the great emperor not see this letter at all? Long ago I asked my father how this extraordinary document came into his possession. He had no answer for me. I feared the worst then, as I do now. Outwardly, Charlemagne was a pious defender of Christ's words. It seems impossible to believe he was under the sway of this corrupted cult, but the order is expert at hiding its motives. It had stooped to using the Christ's words and the Holy Book as a front for its blasphemous goals before, and the appearance of piety is all too easy to manufacture. Hoist a Bible aloft on the steps of a church and claim divine inspiration. I must be vigilant against such villains. The order of ancient argues for a hierarchy that flies in the face of God's purpose. They view man and woman as debased and corrupt, born of evil intent. Yet they worship men they believe were their maker, akin to a hammer loving the nail. They cannot see outside their own hermetic system. They are not wrong to believe that there must be order in the world for peace to flourish, but they are wrong about the source of this order. Man was made in the image of God. God is the source of the universe order. Therefore man need appeal only to God for guidance. In a strange irony, I am grateful for the Danes and their invasion of Northumbria. My title should have gone to Ayla. Being dead, it fell to my brother and then to me. God unlikely gift. I will use it to destroy what I loathe so I deeply about this sickening order and start afresh. Goodwin is with me, as are men on the continent. I will soon find others. The order often blesses their pagan creator, what they call the father of understanding, the mother of wisdom, the sacred voice. These are vile blasphemies. There is only one father of understanding. He is the Lord above. He is order incarnate. Therefore might the Father of understanding be this and no else, the invisible hand that plucks harmony from the strings of the universe, nothing more. Let all remain pagan blasphemies, wither into dust. Henceforth I aim to improve our lot by harmonizing the average man with the order of the universe, to walk him down a quiet road, to lead him to safe and sober thought, to quiet his mind and cool his impatient heart. Be he God-fearing or godless, this new order will encompass all and seek to improve man by aligning his needs with the ebb and flow of nature itself. This is my hope. This is my vow. Amen. What? The text is too long.
Rantings and ravings, not unlike full-case illusions. Is there more to all this than I understand?
Letter from Goodwin. King Alfred, your spies in Mercia report on a curious development. A faction of Norse recently joined the brother Ivars and Ubba in a decisive assault on Tamworth, deposing King Burke and installing a foolish King Tan called Sheolf in his stead. In following this Norse back to their settlement, your men discovered the presence of a hidden one among the pagans who call himself Hayton. He seems in rather good grace with the two chieftains of this clan, Sigurd Stjorpson, and Eivor Ferensdottir. And yet his motive remains unclear, but it may be we can put him to uses of our own. Our poor fellow soldier of Christ has already sent word of the order activities to the luminaries of England. Major city, it will be a well-timed letter to hate him and his companion will speed along our plans considerably. Your faithful servant, Brave Goodwin. Okay. Waktunya mendapatkan setorku kan komplit. Yeah. My Tor set.
A moment of your time.
The fork and the flame, man.
Eivor, did Basim contact you in Norway? He said he would be joining you. Yet here you are, and I have no word from him.
Hytham, this will be hard to hear, but Basim attacked us in Norway. Vengeance for some transgression of ours, imagined or real.
You mean you slew him yourself?
Sigurd and I, together. I know this comes as a...
I do not understand. Why would he do such a thing? He loved Sigurd, he loved you.
I do not understand it myself. Perhaps one day we can speak about this with more clarity. But for now, I am deeply sorry. Godham is dead, nameless and alone across the open sea.
A master of the Order hewn from the trunk of their dying tree. You are getting closer to the roots.
Here you are, Hytham. The last of the Order's sigils. You will find King Alfred's among them.
King Alfred? Did our poor fellow soldier lead you to his hiding place?
He did, for they were one and the same. Our poor fellow soldier of Christ was the Grand Magister of the Order of the Ancients.
He turned on his own order. Fascinating.
Not turned so much as trampled. His devotion to Christ and what he calls a universal order set him against them from the start. With all sincerity, he loathed the title and the duty he had inherited, and wished them destroyed.
Wonderful. With his abdication, the last stronghold of the Order has been dismantled. All that remain are scraps here and there. And you, Eivor. Now that you have seen our enemy, and you understand our cause, I wonder if you would join us. Become a hidden one.
Was this your ultimate goal, Hytham? A trial by fire? It is a kind offer, but I do not believe we fight for quite the same cause. Your creed demands that you keep your triumphs hidden. I prefer my glory to be in plain view for all to see.
If I taught you our creed, if you spent time with it, it could open your mind to another view.
Another view is always welcome. But to live without celebrating one's glory and honor and achievements is not a life for me. But know this. I would give my life in a moment for those I love and who love me in return. All here. Including you, my friend.
I understand you well, Eivor. Very well indeed.
see you, old friend.
Eivor, good to see you. I am, did you want something, or? I was wondering.
What's wrong?
Bridget and I were thinking, with everything calming down the way it has, maybe you could find a spare moment and...
You want to be married?
Yes, to each other.
Yes, I imagined. Gunnar, to see you so happy has been a pleasure. And to marry you would be an honor. Shall I put out a call to any friends abroad?
I'll be honest, Eivor. I came here with a lot of you, because nothing and no one kept me back there. The Raven clan is all the family I need. And Bridget too. From all she said, she's better off here than with those she calls kin. Just a couple of foundlings we are.
Then let's not bother with tradition. If you have your bride and your blade, we will see you wed. As Jarl, I do it gladly. About you and Bridget. When do you wish to be wed?
The sooner I can make her my wife, the happier I will be. But we are fine to wait until everything has settled here.
Enough waiting. Cool your forge and cover your anvil. Let's get you married.
Wonderful. Shall we gather everyone?
Gather your wife and your courage. I will bring the people together. I am honored to stand before you, Gunnar, Bridget, on this bountiful day. To celebrate the strength of your bond and to see you wed. I am in witness of a love that inspires and empowers. I invite you now to speak your vows.
To you, my darling Bridget, I offer this blade, forged in flames that burn as brightly as my heart does for you. A blade as sharp as your wit, as glinting as your beauty. May it sing through the air as sweetly as your voice meets my ears.
Dio, sé dwi di'r caru ti gynnar. Dwi'n efo am lwcus bod I wedi dod o hyd o ti yng nghariad.
And I give you my sword and my promise that I will stand at your side forever.
Hyd fi di breuddwydio am future yn hun, a di sôn tawelwch in hope, a premonition. Ond dim mount o sgraen a foresight paratoi fi sweeping adventure meeting ti. Tiw'r enaid fel dim arall, a dyn as strong a bwrdd ti ci, ac fel as I fierce, mae'r calon yn hedfan dyr ti.
Such poetry, oh dear. You make me cry, my love.
Let us head van Evangelion, Treboid and beyond.
I offer you this ring, and take yours in kind. I will wear it with pride and honor, warmed by the love of so perfect a lady.
And I gwisg of a Valhalla adoration a feed and myth.
This is the greatest day of my life. Embrace me, my love.
With our couple now bonded in matrimony, now we drink.
I've forgotten again. Wait a moment, I thought.
You've been among us for quite some time, Retta. Are you ready to settle? Make a home here?
For a year or two, perhaps. But I am not the settling kind. I am a wanderer, always searching, never finding. Maybe one day.
It's weirder than him, where the red is.
Little dull in my view.
I think it was nice.
I liked the part where they gave each other swords. I'm never getting married. When I get a sword, I am keeping it.
Alvis, I'm surprised you did not serenade the bride and groom with a verse or two.
Oh, I wished to, I did. But all that came to me were insults and jibes. Another time, I think.
It is a strange feeling, brother. Weddings are the beginning of something, but this feels like something of an end.
The first happy union in our home. We have matured into something greater. So yes, a beginning and an end, I think.
Bridget, I gift you a formal welcome to our clan and our family. You are a fine addition to Gunnar's life and to ours.
Diolch Evior. I couldn't be more happy to Boma. Hoping now what you well in a case measure the years.
Yes, of course. As I say, it is wonderful to have you. Gunnar, you old trout. You're a married man. Never thought I would see the day.
Nor did I. And not for lack of trying.
It's weirder than him, where the red. One for a shout.
And how are the marriage customs in your country, Hytham? Something like this?
Like this in all the most important ways. There are smiles, cheers, and warm embraces. All that is needed, I think.
Volker, I want to thank you for all you've done for me. My visions have lessened of late, and I find it hard to explain how different I feel. Grounded, unified, at peace.
That is good to hear, Eivor. Very good to hear.
Randvi, saw you looking a little lonely. Thought I might come and join you.
How nice. Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I never thought I would see gruff old Gunnar so enraptured by a woman.
Enraptured by anything, for that matter. He's a hard one to read, but I am pleased for him, and for this day of rest and respite. After everything, a few days of feasting will do the people some good. They need this.
They do.
Will you walk with me?
Anywhere. Lead on.
Something has been on my mind for some time. I am no seer, but I foresaw this day long ago. Not Gunnar's marriage, but our situation. Our success.
How do you mean our success?
I mean to say that I saw our settlement flourishing. Today we set out from Norway. I knew that you would make a fitter leader than Sigurd. It was never in his character to lead. It was always within yours.
I see.
Do you?
You might have warned me.
You would not have listened.
Fair.
I do hope you see it now, in all that you have done for us.
Randvi, you and the people here have done more for me than I could ever repay. I am honored by your faith in me, and your confidence.
As I am honored by your love.
And I by yours.
Eivor, I want you to know that Sigurd and I are... We are severing the bonds of our marriage. We share a love that is steadfast, and I have faith it will forever be so, but my heart is yours. That much he knows. And I believe he is happy for us.
Are you sure?
Sigurd's desires are bigger than any man or woman can offer. He longs for something more, something only he can find.
All he wants is far, far away. All I need is right here.
Shall we find our way back to the wedding? Bridget might give another speech. We must not miss that.
About that, I have not understood a single word of hers since Gloucestershire.
Really? I find she speaks beautifully. With poetry, even.
Are you kidding?
Am I? Come, we should go.